All right, good morning, guys. Revised layout of the kitchen cabinets here. Um, Looking at the sink wall first for the plumbing. So as of right now, the inside of the cabinet being right here. So I guess the inside wall end of the sink cabinet is 55.5 inches from the corner. This is an 1.5 inch panel from the inside of the casing for the slider, 34 inches. And let's see here, this guy is 44.5. And one thing to look at, I am thinking you probably want this lip right here to go over the top of the countertop, which is 36.5. So the stovetop will be relatively high, 37.75, but that's normal for the burners. But I would want to see the bottom of this sit on top of the countertop. And this is going to sit on the floor, so I need to know how thick that floor is. And when we bought our house, we had one of these stoves in here. This is a bread box or storage. So the way this one ducted was it had ducting out the back. Maybe you've looked into this already, but it went straight out the back into the wall. You did not see any ducting. Maybe you've chased this down with this manufacturer already, but double check looking into that, because when we had this was an open storage space. There was a little vent hood underneath of it, but it ducted straight out the back. So if that's 44.5, we've got a little bit of room on either side. This is a wood door. This door at a 45 is glass. This is a wood door. Looking at the island, this didn't change. They're 21 wide, 24 inches in between. This would be the shaker panel. And if we do a pull out right here, let's see. If we look at just this cabinet, when you open that door, or if we make this a pull out, we have 6 inches of inside width, which is not enough to do 2 wine bottles. This would be a false panel. This would open up like a door, and this one would pull out too. So one idea, I know you're partial to a face frame cabinet construction style, but if we rolled everything over to a frameless cabinet, we will pick up more space everywhere. Just a little bit more efficient use of space because we don't have those 2¼ inch wide face frames to contend with. So this is the end of the island where you'd have the wine pull out, and the inside width's 8.25. You need about 4 inches for a wine bottle. Mind you, we're going to have the vertical piece in here, or we could just do some shelving. But we're much more likely to get 2 wine bottles side by side if we did a frameless cabinet. Now we need to take, this might be an immediate no, that you want to go to this style, which is fine, but just hear me out, just exploring some options, and it really doesn't matter to me. I'm just showing you the differences. But on this space here, we'd have more available width. On this cabinet, which is pretty narrow, or this one, which are 12.5, you lose 4.5 due to the face frame, and that face frame is gone. So we'll have to look hard at some of the trim and embellishment pieces that you want to put on there, on what those would look like. So for instance, on the side of this cabinet here, we would have a panel that matched the side. This is the glass door. You know, where we're going to put that material. Even if it was a face frame, we would still have this shaker panel on here. And as of right now, this is a separate cabinet. Even with the face frame style, we could look at doing it. This was one cabinet and this was separate. Again, this is the upper cabinet left of the range. Frameless. This is face frame. When we get really small cabinets, the face frame cabinets get tough because we're so small on our inside opening. And that comes into play with this cabinet here and the one on the end, and then these two little guys. These aren't so bad because they're just doors, but these guys are quite tiny. So this cabinet is 12.5 wide. Our inside opening is 7 3/4. So with this drawer, this is the inside of the drawer right here. That's the inside of the other side. So it's 6 3/16 wide, this drawer. And again, I'm not trying to sell you one way or another. It doesn't matter. Price is the same. This one, we've got 11 inches. And that drawer width is now 9.5. Anyway, let me know what you think, and we can go from there.